What's goody? You already know, it's Master Shredda from Brooklyn, New York, Flatbush. Represent iLLionairesoceity, the ill all around the world. My name, Master Shredda, I first thought about that like when I started working out, right? Really started training seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Ninja Turtles, grew up liking actually the Ninja Turtles, but it wasn't really, you know, I know it's a New York thing, so I like correlate it all together, like a character who was, you know, based on like building my body and my mind and just everything that, like the discipline that Shredda stands for. That's what I had in mind when I was thinking about that name, and just something that resonated with the city too. Like, so, you know, Ninja Turtles, New York City, Master Shredda. So I just made it make sense. So I was just thinking more of like a goal for me having in mind more so than anything. So with a name like Shredda, you gotta live up to it. So I said that's why I chose that. I started when I was 16, I'm 32 right now. I started training people probably like when I was 23 or 24, but me training myself, I started like at 16 years old. And that was just like, I started off light with like just push-ups, like 50 push-ups every day, like a little 10 pull-ups on, I was never really into the gym like that. That's why I always was like into calisthenics. Started off on the block, you know, and then it was just smoking, and like I just seen myself like just smoking, like I was like I didn't want to be just like smoking all the skinny things. The harder the workouts, I used to always think like you could just like work out and, you know, indulge in a certain lifestyle and still like, you know, see gains, like serious gains. But when I really started to step my game up and the workouts got a little bit more intense, and I started throwing up in certain workouts, I was like, nah, this ain't really wavy. So I was like, gotta cut out certain things and really try to improve my performance. So when I seen that my performance was affected by certain things I put in my body, that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it serious, like what I actually intake on a daily basis. Throughout the years, like, man, as far as feeling good, like getting more older, like I feel a lot better than I was like when I was younger, like less headaches, like more strength, more energy. I'm not as tired or none of that. So just knowing that, like, you know, movement is like medicine, so keeping myself moving, not having to be sick like all the time, especially in a time like now, you know, where your immunity is so important, like building that immunity, you know, that's where like the dieting comes into play, and the performance comes from the diet. So like drinking water, me, I'm plant-based, like alkaline vegan. I've been for 7 years now. And making that step, I was just trying to be great, like be the greatest at this, and like showing people like you could do it a different type of way. That's like a part of my personality too. That's why it ties into like working out and, you know, the movement, like the music, all of that stuff like you see in the videos, and all of that ties in and correlates. So that's why I like the plant-based, like vegan, because the best iron you could actually get is from plants like kale, watercress, spinach, you know, callaloo, things of that nature. So you actually get more iron from plant-based lifestyle. So I know that from, like I said, having more energy and being able to work out in cold weather, like without a problem, more so now than when I did eat like beef and all of that stuff. Shoot, in the next 2 years, man, I see myself like really changing people's life on like a larger scale, like just getting in tune and getting in the loop with a lot of different more people, a lot more influential people, having a more influence on more influential people. So, you know, that was my whole goal, so that's why I go so hard. Because other trainers don't really know the science, like of like why you gotta eat certain things, like how it affects your performance and how it affects your recovery. So I feel like the knowledge into it, like the brains with the bronze, it ain't just muscle, you know what I'm saying? So I think that definitely separates me from them, and just knowing what I'm doing, like more so than the average trainer or the average nutritionist. Like knowing how to make it relate a lot easier and knowing how to break it down in like terms that people can understand. So I think that's like the difference, the communication, the delivery, all of those factors. All of the like big time trainers, like the OGs, the ones that's still like healthy now, like you know, you have some trainers who like ate 6 meals and like all of that kind of stuff, and now you look at their life now in their 60s, they not really doing the best compared to the guys who used to eat 1 meal a day and take care of their organs and their body, get their body a break, get their colon a break, get their stomach and intestines like a little break, and you know, make it a little bit easier. So just eating 1 meal a day, you would think like, oh, you know, because my meal sometimes it's like that 1 meal would be like 5 pounds, like, you know, 4 or 5 pounds I'm stacking a plate with, and it's got like at least 2,500 calories on that 1 meal. So that's a myth right there, because you can get a lot of calories in just 1 meal. I think the average person don't work out because they think it's a lot complicated than it really is. Like, and now especially with social media, and you see all of these different moves and all these crazy workouts, so people think it's like a crazy lifestyle and like a crazy adjustment that could just happen overnight, and people just don't want to take the time, I guess. Or I think it's just like a lack of knowledge, and that's more so it than anything. That's another thing that would set me apart from other trainers as well. It's like making like people understand, like the common folk, that it's like not so complicated and it's simple things that you could do just to get your body right. Like it's not some crazy scientific project. It is your body. That's the best project that you can have. But I let them know, like, you know, you can. It's always ways and levels for everybody to get right with it. Once you get your body right, your mind will follow, and vice versa. You know, once you feeling it and you seeing the difference, that's gonna encourage you and motivate you more than anything else to keep going. And of course, once you feel good and once you feel that difference, and you know, in various areas too, like, you know, not just like functional, like, you know, day-to-day things, sexually, everything else increases when you take care of your body, right? So you might want to take care of yourself. It's a good investment. Like I said, the best thing you could do is take care of yourself and, you know, uplift yourself, because everybody else is gonna want to follow when they see you doing that. And you know, that will make just life that much iller if everybody's in better spirits around us and ourselves. So just a little, you could check us out, man. Get in tune with the movement. We got a lot more waves coming for y'all, a lot more knowledge, gems, workouts, everything. You could find me on YouTube, my page Master Shredda. You could hit me up on there. You could hit my Gmail up, onechanceinamillion@gmail.com. You could go on illionairesociety.com and, you know, get with us. It's coming with them fresh, fly pieces. Like, ain't nothing better than, you know, doing it in these garments. So make sure you log on, get right, get that wave. So, you know, maybe you could get some gains too, like these, you know. It's definitely a part of it, like mentally, like I said, looking good, feeling good, being comfortable, it all plays a factor into it. So treat yourself right. That's the best thing I can tell you.